Hello and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. It is time for a new party because everyone is level 3. We really got 20-ish characters. No, I think it's 16. Let's not overdo it. 16 characters at level 3, but we still got some bosses. We cleared the runes, killed both of the bosses. We killed one of the bosses in the Weald. We haven't slain any boss in the Warrens yet, and we haven't even made our way to the bosses in the Cove. Now, that's the perfect time to introduce yet another new character. I was talking about the Antiquarian a little bit earlier. The Antiquarian is one of these characters which is highly interestingly designed. The character itself doesn't really do much damage, but it greatly increases the loot that you are getting. So with that being said, we need to find a way of making him work, and the way I want to do it is with this Highwayman, because the Highwayman and the riposte ability, together with the ability Guard Me, which whenever this character is attacked, effectively instead the Highwayman will take the hit and will riposte. That kind of makes up for being a bad character. We got our vessel with us just to heal through all of this. Fortunately, we do not have the hottest trinkets, really. And we also do not have the best group so far, but I think we will do decently fine. The reasoning for taking this group is we do have stress, heal, and heal with the vessel. We compensate for the lack of damage from the Antiquarian with our Highwayman, kind of. And I needed really an all-around, like, self-sustainable character that can attack rank 3 and 4, because that is what the Highwayman usually is not very good at. And with having the Houndmaster, we do have that. We do have a self-heal, we do have a stress heal, we do have really nice camping skills as well. So I think the party should do well. We're going on a long adventure, and I want to make sure that we have enough food with us. Again, with the Antiquarian, where we don't want to take too much with us because everything will be filled with loot, right? So we're going into the Weald. As always, let's take at least one medicine herbs with us in case we can get rid of one of the negative perks. Elsewise, this is pretty much a standard loadout, with the exception of course, not forgetting the keys, because we are still looking for this tasty secret room. So, long mission means 2 times camping, and during the camping it's interesting because the Antiquarian allows you to spend time to effectively gain items. So this here is raw money when you look at the Antiquarian itself. So we need to complete 100% of the room battles. We need to assume with this layout that we effectively need to scout the whole dungeon. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be a difficult one. Starting with an Antiquarian is always a pain, and leveling an Antiquarian up is probably even more so a pain. But once you do have the Antiquarian with you, that's wonderful. And here you can see minor antique. Worth money and collected by the Antiquarian. This is really what we will find in most of the loot. This is basically the add-on loot I was talking about. And this is the whole reason why you take the Antiquarian with you. It will fill out your whole room with loot. Good. We say protect me because the Antiquarian deals no damage. And boy, oh boy, I can already see that the rest of the group isn't dealing damage either. Oh, nice. You know what? We're going to eat some of the dog treats because we need the room anyways pretty soon. Might as well use it for this. There we go. Some immediate stress. I can already see where this is going. We're going to have no fun whatsoever. Nice. We're at 80 stress and we haven't even started really. Good job.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
So we need to stress relieve ourselves. It should have probably attacked him first. Let's try to... we can't even stun him. That was a mistake. I should have attacked the cultist first, because he can deal more stress than we can heal. "24 stress. Wow, that's a lot.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Very good. First time that the guard me worked.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah, just to give you an insight about how good the Antiquarian is, it hits for 3 and it doesn't really hit that often.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Wow, that was a tough one, and that was really just the very, very first battle.
So too will resistance.
Oh nice, plus 15 healing skills. That's actually a pretty good charm right there. We've been lucky. Let's get rid of the herbs. Gosh, I can already see we're not going to have enough room for all of the fed loot. We would need holy water for this one. And we're forced to go into this room. Plus fight yet another battle. Wonderful.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Yeah, we do not have riposte so far.
Be gone, fiend.
I can already tell this party is severely lacking some damage.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I'm not sure if we're going to go for the blood. We might give it a try, but I can see that we're just short on room which we could use.
We require only the strength to follow.
Oh, nice. See, that's a rare rare artifact. And these artifacts will add up quite substantially. Of course. Why are they always going for the Houndmaster? I think we're going to need to rest the first time right after this battle. Not because we're short on healing, but mainly because I don't think that we can that we should go around with more than 80 stress.
A devastating blow. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Yeah, moving on would be risky.
A death by inches.
I don't know. We're already in the spot where we need to rest. Let's get rid of the blood. I am preferring the heirlooms for now. Let's move back at least up to here. Of course, we're running into yet another encounter, but these ones at least are not stress inducing.
Another one falls.
Well, I was wrong, and they indeed are stress inducing.
Back to the pit. This expedition at least promises success.
So we need to complete all of the room battles.
The light, the promise of safety.
It's still such a large dungeon. I don't feel good taking the first rest right here. Let's bonus food. This is an extra torch, which never hurts. Yeah, but with 83 stress, we need to do something against it. So since we haven't had a scout, we might walk into yet another room with 2 Arcalites. So instead, let's go for the camp.
Spark without kindling. The goal without hope.
Reduce the stress as much as possible. We're preventing nightly ambushes. And now it is time for maximum stress reduction for this guy over here. You can see that produces a random supply item. The antiquarian has even more items. I was pretty sure that that we wouldn't have the time in order to do that. So instead, oh nice, we should have used this one here. So we got him down to about 58, which is not really good. And we got him a little bit of a stress buff as well. So that's the best we can do. We're getting him down to 50. We could have gotten more damage buffs, but I think the main issue of this dungeon so far had been the stress, not us being incapable of out healing something. There we go. Yet 2 further enemies with stress. Unfortunately, our damage is just too weak to kill them right away. Yeah, there we go. Of course. Gosh, this time we're eating a lot of stress. I mean, he's at 60 stress.
The light gains purchase.
Phew.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Again, a stress heal wouldn't hurt. Unfortunately, his stress heal is still super weak. And we're missing stuns. Let's try another stress heal. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
We don't have bandages, but that would have been a pretty nice chance for some extra loot. Yeah, we need to go over there, and yet another fight is in our way. Yeah, I don't mind spiders, they are okay. The Antiquarian himself is pretty damn tanky. We have maximized hit points and defense. Like, in terms of just not being hit, it is a very decent character.
Executed with impunity.
We do have 1 stun, by the way. I just realized that. Our vessel has a mediocre stun. Let's use the time for some stress healing. Or let's just kill them.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
There we go, yet the next fight. I think we still need to go down here. We're fine in terms of camping so far. I'd say we're average when it comes to how many resources we have used, which is good. because it means that although we have an antiquarian and we're level 0, we're still doing a fine job. That might be difficult. Now that he's webbed, he will eat some significant portion of damage. Luckily for us, these spiders are super fragile, so even the antiquarian can kill something, and that should mean something, because the antiquarian usually does not kill anything. Our accuracy is totally apeshit. We're completely missing left and right. Three stress heal. So bad. There we go, at least the healing worked.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Gosh, we need to have more room. Let me check something, by the way. Heal can be only done from the backwards ranks, so we might as well use the vapor instead. Oh gosh, look at that extra loot. Yeah. Alright, we're taking a lot of stress damage again on our highwaymen. 75. We need to watch that to make sure we're going to be okay.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
We don't have bandages. Two stress-inducing monsters. Not good. Let's kill them right away. Gosh, why oh why? That's a solid 20 stress.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Right, we're almost there. There we go. The antiquarian killed the second one. How hilarious. When fighting the last two, I noticed that our stabilization phase, where we're supposed to just keep them busy in order to heal up, isn't particularly strong. We rely a lot on dodging, which is never a good thing to do. You would rather want to stun them. So that's really missing in this party composition. We might take the Houndmaster to the front line and take the Antiquarian to the back and let the Houndmaster stun the enemy. That could be something we could do in order to increase the crowd control, but then the Houndmaster can't stress heal. So we would solve one thing but make another one much worse. Fuck it, I do not know what to throw away. I want to keep the deeds. But I'm not making the mistake of throwing the key away again. Shovels could be a thing that we are getting rid of. Or alternatively, no, the gems are pretty valuable. Greed, always the same thing. Let's keep the shovels and not take the deeds for now.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption. Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright, here we go. I hope that the next room... yeah, it's probably not going to happen. I wanted to say I hope that the next room is almost the last, but I think we're still having several room battles ahead. The dungeon is really bad from the design, so we take a lot of we need to take a lot of fights because we have long ways to walk. And this party also isn't particularly the most DPS intense party I've ever played, so it just takes a while to wiggle down the enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 further rooms. This one here definitely was a room for yet another fight. Luckily for us, it's just a couple of spiders.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Yeah, I want to take the deeds, but we really have no room, and that's frustrating. So 6 more rooms. If I take a wild guess, we're facing at least 2, if not 3 further fights ahead. Maybe one more fight and then we can rest again. We're at 80. We're at 80 stress again. Alright, at least these guys are not dealing some extra stress. Okay, so this guy is dead. This guy here is almost dead.
Masterfully executed.
Oh gosh, he's taking a lot of damage. 2, 3 per round. Yeah, we're probably going to rest after this.
Impressive.
Perfect, this guy is dead. Might as well take one more heal. Yeah, there we go, perfect timing. And a critical heal, just what we needed.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Yeah, we can't even take gold anymore. Yeah, it's a good time for a rest now. Eat the maximum amount of food. And first and foremost, stress heal. So, prevents nightly ambushes and greater chance for us to surprise the enemy. Perfect. This is a group stress reduction. Not a very good one because these two guys are not religious. But I think we do not have that many other alternatives. His group reduction reduces stress from everyone but him. So might as well yeah. Might as well start with a praying here. At least everyone got a nice small buff out of it. We're going to further reduce his stress. And the two leftovers, let's not take healing. Let's give him this extra stress resistance. So minus 15 stress for the next couple of battles. Okay, so with that, we are ready to loot the traveler's tent. Of course, more stress. So we already know there's at least one more fight here and one more room with a battle inside of the room. Of course, our 20% increased chance to ambush them didn't work out at all. Start with a little bit stress reduction. His stress reduction is not too bad if multiple creatures effectively are stressed out, because then there is a high chance that you actually cure something. This guy here is dead. Might as well focus on the other one.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, our DPS is abysmal. That's really bad.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, let's hope we get some more scouting. Of course, we are not.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Finally, we can use our shovels. Unfortunately, we're completely full. Gosh. Okay, official time to get rid of the next shovel. We got 2 more torches. I didn't want to get rid of them yet, but soon we will have used all of them. Food's also slowly but surely wiggling down, and that might be the last fight. Depending on whether or not we're lucky, this is the last fight. Yeah, we need to kill this big guy first. I remember they had the option to... Here, this ectoplasmic profusion. That happened whenever other corpses were still available. But I don't know what triggered it. Basically, if you haven't cleaned up the corpses, there is a chance that they will recreate. Okay, so this guy is dead. Perfect.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Yeah, there isn't any secret room. Whew.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that must be fought.
So we got ourselves almost 30,000 gold and a large amount of heirlooms, plus this really nice jester-only trinket, minus 25 stress if torch is above 75, and 20% more stress heal. I really like it. That's a pretty decent trinket for what we're trying to achieve. Well, Technician is okay, but not groundbreaking. This here is usually a bad one. You want to get rid of it, but since the antiquarian does nothing, really quirks on the antiquarian don't matter either. Good. Let me do some towns work, and we see each other in the next episode.